All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brady Waterman, and thank you all for being here today. We have the honor of hearing from three incredible professionals from Track 15, Providence unique, innovative, and diverse food hall in downtown Providence. For those of you who don't know about Track 15, it is considered Providence's first food hall located in the historic Union Station, and it features several local restaurants. It is designed to bring the community together with a wide variety of cuisines and diverse dining options. And joining us today are, all the way on the end on the left, Chef Alp, the head chef behind Tolia. In the middle, we have Jack Schiffman, the PR representative for Dune Brothers, and right here to my right, Ezra Pollard, operations manager at Dune Brothers. We're excited to learn more about their experiences, their roles, and how they contribute to the success of this dynamic new space. Before I open to the floor to the questions, I'd like to give our guests a chance to share one thing about themselves.
I'll start with me because I'm in the middle. One thing about myself, I am a JWU alumni. 2004. 2004, I think? Yeah, 2004. So it's kind of fun to be here, and thanks for this opportunity.
Well, talking about school, I have a communications degree. So yeah, I went to school for advertising and marketing, and then meandered my way out of the advertising industry into restaurants. So it's not too late to work in a restaurant, guys.
My name's Al. I born and raised in Turkey. I've been in the United States last 10 years. My partner and wife, Chef Tarsali, she's elder of Johnson and Wales. So we are together in this journey. It was bringing the kind of Turkish Anatolian flavors to the Rhode Islanders.
All right, we'll now open the floor for questions from our press and audience.
I'll start off with an easy one to get the questions going a little bit. This one's for all of you. What's your favorite food item at Track 15?
That's hard. I like Dune Brothers. It's hard to pick one. I can pick one of each from every stall except us. I will go with the Dune Brothers, squid salad. Yeah, I can go with that as well. I like to grab some small bites, and if I go with the Dolores, it's going to be definitely ribeye taco, and for the there it's going to be what they call CIG potato. CNY potato. Yeah, that's the one. And for juice though, I will definitely go with the gnocchi. Chaska, I will go with the samosa. And for the Chef Kyle Mother Pizzeria, I will go with their white pizza with asparagus. I don't know what's the name of it. Yeah. But for Tolia, shawarma, definitely. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm saying it.
Is that the one is that prosciutto too?
Which
is it
one?
prosciutto asparagus or is it
Yeah, prosciutto.
I think it's prosciutto asparagus, and then I think it's
They have some kind of
it's a pea, some sort of
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very springy forward. It's great.
I need more time.
Well, hey, yeah, I think Chef Alp mentioned a lot of good ones, so I could second all of those, and it's also to talk a little bit more about the shawarma that he's slightly underselling at Tolia. That's probably one of my favorite, or definitely one of my favorite things, and there's lamb in the shawarma as well, which I think is kind of unique in Rhode Island at least. Don't always get that, so yeah. It's really cool though to just be surrounded by a lot of restaurant talent and have really incredible food from all these vendors.
Absolutely. I would be biased because I work with Dune Brothers. I really love everything they're putting out. Their fish sandwich is probably one of the most popular things they're putting out, would you say? One of my favorite things. But the hummus and the muhammara that he's putting out is probably my favorite that here.
Sure. Max?
This is for any three of you guys. For those who haven't visited Track 15, can you tell us more about the experience you guys will have there?
Sure. I'll take this one. So if there's somebody coming to Track 15, let's say they're coming in for a Providence Bruins game, they haven't been to even Providence before. I think the cool thing is that there's 7 different 7, right? There's 7 different restaurants there, so it's amazing that you can get seafood, you can get Turkish food, you can get Italian food, Mexican, and then like cool spin-off like burgers. So I feel like for someone who's just coming into Providence, these are like I would say like the power hitters of Providence in one place, and I think that's unique.
I've got a question for Jacob. So Dune Brothers has become known for promoting traceable local seafood. How are you communicating this mission to a broader audience now that you're part of Track 15?
Good question. This is Dune Brothers' fourth brick and mortar, I would say. They have a shack. Their original shack is in downtown Providence near the bridge. They have one in Riverside, and they have also a place that has a market up on Ives Street in Fox Point. So now this is like their fourth rendition. And I think the good thing about this is that when people come in, they'll see on the menu there are things pulled from all those different places, the shacks, and actually the restaurant, those dishes in one place. And that they always feature, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Ezra, they always feature a market fish that is something local from Rhode Island waters, as much as they can.
Britt?
I have a general question for either any of you three. Can you share a favorite memory or experience since opening the food hall?
Go for it.
So before the soft opening, we were like moving in, trying to figure out what we need, what we don't need. So every day, at least first 3 weeks, we stop in the like restaurant depot and restaurant, what is it, warehouse or something, restaurant city. So to grab the equipments that we need, like literally every day I stopped there. I saw the chef Kevin, owner of Justo, chef Kyle. So, and we like sick of tired of going to the restaurant city to grab the pans we missing, the tongs we missing, pots we missing. Like this is the like, you calculating everything, but there's always something's missing. That's like funny moment when you move on, like a new space. So that's the one thing.
Let's see, kind of a funny one. The RIFC came and did some kind of, they had their mascot in and they were doing some like promotion around the space, and we have this raw bar counter with like a big display with lobsters and oysters, and I did not know that the mascot was a seal, but I guess the mascot's a seal, and he did a whole bit about kind of like face pressed to the glass, like really trying to get after the oysters, and it was pretty funny on a day when I was like otherwise back-to-back meetings and really busy, a little levity in the room.
Next question. Yeah.
This is for Chef Al. What does it mean to you to introduce Turkish flavors to such a historic and diverse setting like Union Station?
So it's, first of all, it's like a great opportunity to be part of like this Track 15 and the other chefs, because also like it's give me a like represent like the Anatolian and the Turkish food and the, like the proper way, because when I came in the like first United States, I was like missing the flavors and trying to go to eat like kind of like the Turkish or Anatolian flavors. I prefer to mention like Anatolian foods because I believe the like regions is like more important than the like nations, because the regions carry the history, and when you carry the history, you can see all the layers by layers. Because some of the foods that we're representing, it's like old history, like the falafel, the goes like ancient Egypt times. They were like making falafel. Now we are making the falafel too. It's like 3,000 years old story we're talking about. That's a good thing, and I would like to do that in a proper way so that people understand what is like the real flavors in that the food, instead of like putting a bunch of sauces or something like that. That's this is the like our mission, and we would like to achieve more, and to give the people, the customer, with a better understanding flavors wise. Because when you go to Turkey or like any kind of Middle Eastern places, the flavors are different whatever you eating there and here. So that's what we are moving forward, more like Middle Eastern, more like Anatolian food. And it's like I'm happy to do that with my partners and with my cooks, and we would like to achieve more.
I think, if I can speak freely, I think his place is like the underdog there, right? Everybody else there has like, been in Providence for a while, established. Chef Alp's been cooking for a while, but it's pretty cool that this is the introduction to Providence for like, there's not a lot of like Turkish restaurants in Providence, so I think that's pretty unique. That helps answer that question too.
I have a question for Ezra. How do you plan for busy days or unexpected rushes when you're in a food hall that attracts both locals and tourists?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. Downtown, there's so much going on between the convention center and AMP and big hotels. There's like all sorts of events, kind of this complex calendar of things that can happen that make a quiet Tuesday, you know, a jam-packed sort of scene at Track 15. So I'd say that the first thing is that there's a PR and marketing and events coordinator or director at Track 15 who's liaising with all of these different event groups and hotels and the convention center and puts together a really great calendar for us so that we have a little bit of a heads up of when we can expect an influx of business. But also I think at this point, the plan is like we are staffed for anything all the time while we're kind of figuring out how those levels are gonna settle out. We're just, we're there and we're ready for busy always.
Questions for Jacob. When introducing Dune Brothers to a new customer at Track 15, what's the key message you want them to walk away with?
Great question. The biggest thing I think I want that Dune Brothers is probably Dune Brothers' mission, which is seafood to the people, and also letting people know that like Dune Brothers works with fishermen, fisherwomen, and we also have people on the team who are like liaisons who physically go to the boat and physically grab the fish, like, or like, I'll give you an example, a bag of like scallops off the boat, and we get something that's called like last catch, which you'd think would be a bad thing, but it's actually the good thing because that means it's the most freshest thing that's coming off the boat. So we have that sort of what's the word? Sorry. It's just one of those things that not a lot of other restaurants have for something like this to get food access. Sorry, access. Thank you.
I'll build off that previous question for Ezra. How do you approach training your staff to ensure consistency and great service overall?
Yes, it's a big focus for us right now. We've gone in the past year from one location to 4, more or less. And the last thing you want to do is have things change, right? Consistency is so important. We want to make sure that guests going to any of the restaurants is having the same hospitality experience, that the food is being cooked to the same standards. And so I think Nick, the chef and owner, a big thing of his is training every day. And I think that counts for him, that counts for me, for all of our hourly staff. I think we are all coming in on a daily basis, looking to learn more from each other and looking to continue to improve what we're doing. But then it's also really about systems, about creating SOPs and that carry across the restaurant so people have access to information on the right way to do something, the right way to cook something, what to do in a certain type of situation. And I think just management style of being in and working with people every day so that they have access to tools they need to deliver on the vision.
Questions for Chef Al. What has been your biggest motivator to continue to provide great quality food and service to new and existing customers?
Well, it's a great question. So there's like 2 things motivates me. One of them is like I'm bringing type of like new flavors to like the Providence, and I would like to do it the proper way. So that's the one thing. And the other thing is like when the people like that's kind of like funny when they're like passing through the stall, they were like looking, oh, this is like Lebanese, or this is like the Greek, or this is like Mediterranean. Nobody's like saying like Turkish or something like that. So when they order the food, they eat the food, they're coming back to say thank you. That's like one of the like the great motivation for us. okay, we are in the right directions, because whatever the people is like trying food and appreciate the quality and the like taste of the food, so it's like one of the like biggest motivation. I said, okay, we are moving forward in a good way.
I think we have time for one last question.
This is for Ezra. Track 15 blends history with modern food culture. How does this atmosphere reflect the future of sustainable and local seafood in Rhode Island?
Yeah, another great question. Jake mentioned that another big motto for us is seafood for the people, and I think part of our sustainability mission is about awareness, and especially in highlighting underutilized species. There's a lot of species, like when you think fish, people go to the market, they're looking for salmon, they're looking for cod, they're looking for shrimp, and these fisheries are in many times like under duress, you know, and so there are all these other incredible fish that are abundant in our local waters that people aren't eating. So whether that's, you know, right now the market fish, for instance, at Track 15 has been scaup or has been monkfish, and some people aren't familiar with these things. So it gives us a great access to a new audience and to all this foot traffic, whether it's local Rhode Islanders, people coming in from out of state. So I think it's a really huge awareness tool, and that's really helpful in terms of our sustainability mission. And I'm also seeing people every day like try an oyster for the first time or try a new fish for the first time. So yeah.
I would like,
Oh, no, go.
So I would like to add something for this one. This is like, Ezra like put in the good points, like some of the spices, like whatever's like the mostly consuming in the like the daily times, like people buy in the homes, is mostly like salmon, cod. That's what you see on the market. But if you go to like the other countries, especially like the Europe or like the Middle Eastern, you will see a bunch of different fishes and selling as a whole, which means like you can use the other part of the like the bones. You can make like something with the bone. Like you can, like there's like the stew with the like the fish heads. So you can do it. It's not only for the like seafoods, but for the all the like animals, like the lamb, like the cow, the beef, whatever like animal, or any type of like the birds. So we have to use the proper way to all the part of the, like the animals. One thing is for respect, and the second is sustainability, because most of the people are not eating offals in here. But if you go to like the China or something like the Japan, they're eating so much like I ate like some type of like squid intestines. It's like very strong flavor, but you can like balance it out. It's like it's very good, like especially for the like in Turkey, lamb heads, like lamb hearts, tongues, like all these parts. What's happening in all these parts? But they are like the most delicious parts. Like people don't understand that one. Like as a chef, we would like to bring more these flavors, so they introduce with the customers, so they can see the difference instead of using a 8-ounce steak or something like that. That will be better.
And the great news about this, especially for Dune Brothers Seafood, is in the new brick and mortar Ive Street, there's actually a little market, retail market, where you can actually buy this fish and take it home and cook it. So a lot of this is about education and teaching people about great fish you can use that people aren't used to. Great question.
We have time for one last question.
This one's for Chef Al. With so many restaurants in close proximity, as well as knowing a few of these chefs personally, have you sparked any competitions from restaurant to restaurant between chefs?
I don't think it's a competition, but it's like kind of like inspire each other, because whenever you try to like the new food, try to like the, let's say we developing new food, the first thing you do, you taste your food, you make sure it's right, then give the other restaurants, okay, what they are thinking about. So in the Track 15, we are doing this mostly common. So we just like, because they have like different opinions, maybe they have like different perspective. Everybody has like different lives and the taste profile. So maybe they will give some advice and you can put it on that. So this is like, it's not like other than competition. It's like because we are like a team instead of individual restaurant. When the Track 15 is like going to be successful, we are going to be successful. This is like our goal. Like all together act as a team, and as like giving the dish to Ezra or like to Jacob or the other chefs, so they are like giving their opinions, and we will like make it like better quality food. Like imagine like kind of like Transformers altogether, something bigger Transformers. That's it.
During the soft opening days, all the chefs were sort of bringing like what they were experimenting with to the other like booths in the area, so people can taste and give feedback. So I think everyone sort of works more as a team than as a competition.
All right, and that is all we have time for today. We really appreciate you guys coming in to work with a STEM-led project. It's been a pleasure to hear about your insights and developments needed to open and run restaurants. As an unspoken rule about the hospitality industry, it's no lie that food brings people together for good times. So credit to all of you who make that experience happen. And again, we have Chef Al from Tolia and Jacob Schiffman and Ezra Pollard from Dune Brothers. And to our press and audience, thank you kindly for participating. And if any of you are interested in checking out the new food hall, Track 15 is in front of the Biltmore, a 10 to 15 minute walk from here. So if you really want to break before finals and of course delicious food, take a moment to check it out. Thank you so much, everybody.
I'll tell you guys a fun fact about Track 15 though. Track 15 used to be the original first Capitol Grill that ever existed. So like that was the location of the first ever Capitol Grill, and now Capitol Grill is everywhere. So it's kind of cool that the history in that building is really strong. And there's actually, when they were doing construction, they found tracks, like literally tracks, which I think they were trying to highlight, like something like putting a square, like that yellow square, and highlight the tracks, but they weren't able to do it. But it's very cool, the history there.
Come see us.
Come check it out.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.